Hello and welcome back to the Satoshi Society YouTube channel. It is the weekend and we aren't seeing much movement for Bitcoin at all, but I wanted to bring you this update because I am in a trade and I did bring that trade to you last week and I want to, well, this week, and I do want to update you with what's going on with that trade and what I expect the price of Bitcoin to do. And yeah, whether we're going to pump or whether we're going to dump, because we have had a little push towards the upside. But for me, it's just not solid confirmation for me to exit this trade. So we're going to talk about that today. Anyway, getting straight into the video then. Before we do that, please make sure you smash a like on this video. If you could hit that thumbs up button, I would really appreciate it. Really helps the channel out, really helps me out. I can continue to bring these trades that I'm taking, and I can continue to bring this TA for you as well. But moving straight on into the trade, we can see I still have this trade open, currently in a bit of a loss. So we can see right there, almost 2% in a loss, 1.7% in a loss. So, you know, we're not losing too bad. What we can see is that since I entered this trade around this area here, so it was the 4th of November, we entered that trade. And as you can see, we were in a bit of profit, some nice profits here, but the price has moved above our entry point and just been consolidating sideways over the course of the weekend. I did warn of this to you on Friday, because weekends we just tend to see the price consolidate sideways. Now, it's not always been like this. I remember a year ago we used to see big moves on the weekends. However, as more institutions are coming in, we are seeing less and less volatility on the weekends. And as you can very clearly see here, we've hardly seen any price action movement over the course of this weekend. So that is one reason why I'm still still holding this trade open, because I am still expecting a pullback. And I think that pullback may actually occur tomorrow, potentially tonight when the traditional market futures actually open. So that's what I am waiting for. And as you can see, I'm still within that trade. If you can't see it, I'll zoom in a little bit. Just in a slight loss, as you can see right there. But we're getting paid. We're getting paid for opening this trade. So that's always good as well. But moving straight on into the charts. Now, charts look a bit messy, but everything on here is valid. So we have actually broken above this resistance. Let's go to the 4-hour. We have actually broken above sort of this golden pocket area that I was looking at shorting. You know that if you've been watching the channel, you know I stagnated my short orders between this golden pocket level here. And as we can see, we have broken above, and we are actually using it as a bit of support, that 0.66 level. But for me, it doesn't signal to me that we are going to push towards the upside yet. Now, of course, there are signals that are going to signal to me whether it is a good time to exit that trade. But for me right now, I'm still within this short position, and I'm going to explain why as well. So the reason why I am still within the short is because we still have some resistance above us. So we do still have this ascending parallel channel. So we have this ascending parallel channel I've been talking about for a while. You know, we've got the resistance here, and we have the support down here as well. We've respected it very nicely, almost touched it there to the dollar there as well. But we still have that as resistance coming in at about, you know, $21,700 still. So I'm looking at that being resistance as well. But also we do have divergences coming in, and not just on one time frame but multiple time frames. So starting off with this 4-hour, let's bring up the I also want to talk about the stochastic RSI as well, but bringing up the RSI here, what we can see on the price action chart is we can actually see higher highs on the price action chart, but on the RSI, we are getting lower lows, as you can see right here. Now, this is on the 4-hour, but if we go to the 8-hour, we can see the exact same thing. Higher highs, lower lows on the RSI. Price on the 12-hour as well, we're seeing the exact same thing. Higher highs on the Bitcoin price action chart and lower lows on the RSI. So the RSI is in that overextended region, signaling to me that we could potentially see a pullback in the short to mid-term, potentially coming down to this oversold territory. But these divergences coming in as well just signal to me that there is a pretty high chance that we are going to get a pullback. We are going to get a reversal in the price of Bitcoin. Now, it has been a bit slow because it has been the weekend. So that is why we haven't seen the price move much yet. We have seen the price move towards the downside after creating the high up here, that local high. But maybe tonight or maybe even Monday, we could potentially actually see this price actually move further towards the downside, because I would be expecting to see the traditional markets once those open. So these open in 9 hours and 34 minutes. So they're going to be opening tonight for me, depending on what time zone you're in. But for me, it's going to be tonight that they're going to open. If we see the traditional markets continuing to push towards the downside, I'm going to keep this short position open because Bitcoin will most likely follow it. But if we start seeing a reversal, we start seeing the traditional markets push towards the upside, I will probably close that long position, the short position, because we would most likely see the price of Bitcoin push towards the upside. For me right now, the likelihood of it is that the price is going to pull back because we are getting those divergences on the 4 hour, the likes of the 4 hour, the 8 hour, and the 12 hour. And we're in those oversold territories. I said I was going to mention the stochastic RSI as well. Now, stochastic RSI is we like to use it on bigger time frames. Now you can use it on smaller time frames, but it's not always very, very accurate. But what we can see here is that the stochastic RSI down here is in that overextended territory again. So it's above that 80 level, as you can see right there. Every time we've been above this level, we have seen a correction or a slight period of consolidation. So we can see in this area here, we were in that overextended territory. So was the RSI. What happened? The price actually pulled back. We can go down here as well. Stochastic RSI was in that oversold territory, overbought territory. So what did we see? We saw the price pull back. Exactly the same thing here. On Tuesday, the 4th of October, we saw the same thing. The price pulled back because the stochastic RSI was in that overextended. And again here, it goes on and on. There is possibilities that we just see consolidation. As you can see right here, stochastic RSI was in that overextended region. What did we see? Consolidation. So there is a possibility we could get consolidation, but the likelihood of it is that we will most likely see a potential pullback. And with this divergence coming in as well, I still think that we're going to see this price pull back for Bitcoin. So that's why I'm still holding this short position open, even though it's in a slight loss. It's only in a very small loss, as I said, 1.64% as of right now. So I'm not too worried about that. Of course, I will come live and update you if anything changes, if I do close that position. So stay tuned for that. If I do, make sure you turn that bell notification on. But right now, I am still looking for the price to pull back because we are still technically in this range. So as you can see on the 4 hour, it's more visible on the 1 hour, as you can see right here. What I've been doing over the past few days is just trading this range. You know that we longed this area here, and we longed that to the value area high, this resistance here. We closed that at $21,100, and you know that we shorted this area here as well. We closed it a little bit early because we were getting mass volatility right here, but initially the idea was there, short the value area high to the value area low. That is the same plan. We're still sort of within this range. I know we've sort of broken above the range, but for me, with all the indicators being very overextended and these divergences coming in as well, for me, I still think that price is going to pull back. Now, for the invalidation, of course, if we use this previous resistance as support, which we are actually kind of doing right now, we are kind of using it as support, but still for me, it's the weekend. I think once we get that volatility in, I think it's going to be bearish volatility and we're going to see that price pull back. But of course, we could see that invalidate. So if we did, I'm going to have my stop loss. My stop loss is going to be at 10%. And to be honest with you, I am just going to let that stop loss ride and potentially hit that stop loss if we do see that price come up, because I am certain that we are going to see that price pull back. And if it doesn't, then I will admit I was wrong and I'll let it hit the stop loss. That's okay. We move on and we look for that next trade. So that's what I'm currently doing. Now, I've seen someone, hey man, could you check XRPTA, please? Thanks. Yes, I will. Love your TA. Thank you for showing support. I love it. I love it when people show support. Yeah, I will look at that as well. I was looking at that this morning. There was a short that I actually missed because I haven't actually been trading these altcoins recently. I've just been focusing on Bitcoin at the moment. But I will look at the XRP price. If everyone could smash that like button, please make sure you smash the like button. I would really, really appreciate it. So the overall thesis is for me that I think we're going to see the price of Bitcoin pull back. But if we do see the traditional markets push towards the upside once they open, this is a futures, of course, then I do think we could potentially see Bitcoin actually push towards the upside. But still, we're getting rejected from this resistance up here on the traditional markets, and we are having that rejection there. So I think the next target for me is this support level here for the traditional market. So I still think the traditional market could have a bit more of a pullback. So that's why I still think this short position is sort of the best option I have right now, and I'm gonna obviously hold this open. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now for XRP, let's have a quick look at XRP. Now XRP is within this range as well. Let's get rid of this here, so we can see XRP is in this 4-hour range. If you've been looking at this range, value area high was a very good shorting opportunity up here. Obviously, you want to find confluence for that, taking a profit at value area low, longing value area low with confluence to value area high. That's another really good option. Now, I did actually miss a short on this. Now, I had this short lined up. I wanted to bring it, but I completely forgot about it, and I sort of just missed the entry. But what we were getting is we were getting some nice confluence, and the short is actually playing out really nicely if we had taken it. I still think that the price of XRP is going to pull back if we break a certain level. So I'll speak about that now. So what I've done is I pulled a fib from the previous swing high up here to the swing low there. Now, this was actually a previous shorting thing that was a shorting opportunity that I was looking at as well. So this was another shorting opportunity previously. We have this daily level coming in here. So nice resistance there as well. And we also had the value area high coming in as resistance as well. So the value area high coming in here at 0.5 cents. So that's what I was looking at there. That was a really good shorting opportunity down to the value area low. And I'm sort of looking at the same scenario right now. Well, I was looking at the same scenario, and it is playing out. So XRP from swing high to swing low, you can see that we have this golden pocket coming in still, and it's still acting as resistance. As you can see right there, this would have been a good entry for a short, and we are seeing the price actually pull back. It was above value area high. We were getting rejected from this daily level here, and we have the golden pocket as well. So a strong confluence for resistance. And I was looking at entering an XRP trade here, but unfortunately I did forget about it and I have missed it. So if we entered there, it would have been in some nice profits as of right now. But right now we are actually finding support at the POC. So this red line here, the point of control, we are finding support at that level right now. Now for me, if XRP breaks below this point of control, I think that XRP can come down to the value area low at 0.45. Now, of course, Bitcoin does need to pull back for that to happen as well. But I still think Bitcoin is going to pull back. So if we break below this POC, the point of control on XRP, my target would be at approximately the value area low at 0.45. That's where I'd be looking for the price to come, but only if we were to break below this point of control and then potentially use it as resistance and get a rejection from there. So that's what I'll be looking for. For me, the trade entry would have been up here at around 0.5. That's where I'll be looking at the entry price being. Unfortunately, we missed that. So there is a possibility to enter a short position here, but I would be looking for, so we have the POC, say it extends out here. I'll be looking for the price to break below it, use it as a resistance, get a confirmed rejection from the resistance, then enter the short position, and then I would expect the price to come down to value area low. So that's what I'll be looking at and potentially entering, around this level here, 0.48. But for me, the best entry would have been up here, but unfortunately I missed it. But that would be a nice second entry, but only if we got that confirmed rejection from it, then I would expect the price to come down here. So that's what I'm looking at for XRP, sort of in that shorter time. But of course, if Bitcoin decides to hold support at where it is right now, then XRP could hold support where it is right now, and we could actually push to this resistance here. Now, if we push up to this resistance again here, it could be another shorting opportunity. Enter a short position with nice risk management. If it breaks above it, it would invalidate it. Then we could use it as support and then enter a long if we do get a bounce off of it. But for me, it would be a shorting opportunity here, potentially getting a rejection there down to value area low. The invalidation would be the break above it and then use that as support, get the bounce off it. If we saw the bounce off it, it would be good long entry all the way up to, I would say, the previous high up here at 0.55. 4.8. That's what I'll be looking at if we were to break towards the upside. But right now, it would be more of a shorting opportunity for me than a longing opportunity for XRP. As I said, if we break below this POC, get that confirmed retest and then the rejection, then I'd be looking at entering a short there. That's what I'll be looking at for XRP. Um, RNDR, is that ruined? I'm guessing still have any upside. Who cares? Just hold. Yeah. Obviously, I'm going to have my hodl portfolio. I've got my hodl portfolio, but I also have a trading portfolio as well because I enjoy trading. It's a it's good fun, and you can make quite a lot of profit off it. And I've been showing that on on this channel for a while now. We've made over the past 2 months, we made 7 trades. I think one of them was a losing trade, so 6 winning trades, 1 losing trade. So we've been doing really well. And it's really hard to hodl unless diamond hand holders, like I'm sure we all are. It's really hard to hodl in this period. So if we zoom out and we look at this bigger range, even on the daily. But starting off with this 4 hour, we've just been consolidating sideways. Hodling in this time is really, really hard. So when we get sideways consolidation phases like this, what I like to do is I like to trade, and I like to short the value area high and long the value area low. And we've been doing this over the past 2 months. I've been bringing these trades to you. We've shorted this one here down to the value area low. That was a really nice trade for us. We shorted this, okay, down to the value area low as well. I showed you that on the last stream. And that played out really, really nicely for us as well. I've been showing you these trades live. So, if you are new, make sure you subscribe and turn that bell notification on, because I am bringing live trades to you as well. And with this one as well, we took a long. We don't just take shorts here. I've been taking a lot of shorts recently, but we did take a long. We did take a long 3 days ago, maybe 4 days ago. We longed this area here. So 3rd of November. No, 2nd of November, sorry. And then we got the retest on the 3rd. Yeah, so 2nd of November, we actually entered a long position down at this area here, and we actually took profit all the way up here at $21,400. That was a really nice long trade for us. So, we are trading these ranges. And for me, it's the best strategy right now, because if you're holding, you're looking for longer term. But right now, I want to be making these gains in the shorter to mid-term. So the way to do that is trade these ranges. It's very simple TA. Looking for these ranges, looking for the confluence, entering in the short or the long positions, and taking them up to the next value area. That's been my strategy over the past 2-3 months, when we've been consolidating sideways, and it's worked really, really well. If we come to the daily as well, ever since the 14th of June, we've been trading in the sideways range as well. So, we're actually looking at us coming to the value area high here as well. So that's more confluence why I'm thinking we could see the price actually pull back from here, because we're coming to value area high on the daily. And once we've done that previously, here, pulled back here, pulled back as well, with slight divergences here as well. We broke towards the upside, used it as support, and then continued towards the upside. But then we came into resistance up here. But yeah, this is just my idea to trade this range. It's hard to hold in a period like this, because the market is just going sideways and you're not making any money that way, really. So for me, trading is the best thing to do, and I love trading as well, and I love bringing this content to you as well. So if you enjoy this, please make sure you smash a like on this video. I'm always bringing you trades as best as I can and as soon as I can. As you can see right now, we're in a trade in a slight loss, but over the past 2 months, as I said, we made 7 trades, 1 losing trades. They've all been really, really profitable trades. So I'm hopefully going to continue this streak, and right now, not too worried about this trade at all. I still think we're going to see that pullback. As I said, we're getting these divergences on the 4 hour, on the 8 hour, and on the 12 hour as well. So for me, it's looking like a really good short setup. So that's why I have entered into a short position. Stochastic RSI in that overextended region as well. When we see that, we do tend to see a pullback within the market. But as you can see, RSI, lower lows on the RSI, higher highs on the price action chart. So textbook bearish divergence, and I would expect the price to pull back. We just need to get that volume in. So we need to get past the weekend. We need to get to either tonight, when the future market opens for the traditional market. I think a bit of more volatility will come in then, and then Monday morning, a lot more volatility will come into the markets then as well. So either tonight, late tonight, or Monday we will potentially see that price pull back. That's my expectations. Of course, I could be wrong. We could see that price push towards the upside, but the probabilities are looking more bearish than bullish right now for me. And with my track record over the past 2 months, 7 winning trades, 1 losing trade, I'm pretty certain on my thesis here. So yeah, that's my current idea for Bitcoin right now. We can take a quick look. Could you also check ETH, TA, please? Yeah, I can take a quick look at ETH. I haven't been charting ETH recently much because it hasn't really been respecting my levels. Once we see, once I see a crypto sort of not respect my levels, then I sort of step away from trading it for a while because it's just not the right time. What if Bitcoin is the one that never sort of disrespects my TA, never disrespects my levels. So that's why I mainly trade Bitcoin. Ethereum, it's very profitable. I can trade it, and be very profitable with it, but it does like to disrespect my levels quite a lot. So when it does do that, I tend to step away. It doesn't always do that, but when it does, I tend to step away and stick to Bitcoin. But for Ethereum right now, I was looking at this level of resistance here, and it was looking like a really nice level of resistance right here. And I was looking to short that, and we were playing it out nicely. But then we saw the price push towards the upside. Now that was actually because there was a news story on it. I can't. Was it this one here? No, I'm not going to be able to find it. I think I got rid of it. But there was someone classing it as a commodity, so that actually pushed the price towards the upside. And fundamentals do tend to outweigh the technicals. So yeah, that's why I've sort of stepped away from it as well, because Ethereum again is still looking more bearish for me. But we did actually have some bullish news coming out, which did push the price towards the upside. So yeah, that's what I was looking at. But for Ethereum in the sort of shorter term, what I am looking at, I can sort of get rid of some of this TA for you now, so it looks a bit prettier. But what I'll be looking at for Ethereum right now is we actually have some sort of triangle pattern coming in. Now, obviously, I like to look for confluence, but we do sort of have this support level coming in here. Some nice touches along there, and then we do have this resistance, and you could call this a horizontal resistance level. So this could potentially be a bullish pattern. This could be an ascending triangle pattern, which could break towards the upside. We do have strong resistance coming in up here, though. Potentially, we could see the price come up here and then see a rejection. If we saw Bitcoin break towards the downside, I would expect Ethereum to break towards the downside. So right now for Ethereum, there's 2 ways it could go, obviously up or down, but there's 2 ways it could go. We could come up here, or we could come down to the support. Right now, I would be waiting to see if we could get a third touch. So we've had 2 touches of the resistance and sort of 2 touches. Could call it 3 touches, but I'll call this just 1 touch here of that support. I'd be waiting for a third touch here or a third touch here to sort of confirm where I think the price could potentially go. If we can get a third touch and we bounce, okay, then we could see the price coming up to the resistance. If we get a third touch of that support, then and we get a bounce, I would expect the price to come up to the resistance. But if we came up to the resistance, we saw a rejection, then I would expect the price to come down to here. So right now for Ethereum, I would just be sitting on the sideline, sort of just waiting for that price to either come to resistance or come down to support, and then I would wait for some sort of confirmation there, whether we're going to get a bounce or whether we're going to get a rejection from that resistance. I don't know if there's any fib levels coming in. Let's have a look at this. So let's take it from this low here to the high. So there is some support coming in here. So that's why we've got this bounce off this level here. Nice bounce towards the upside. But yeah, that's not really coming in confluence with this level here. So I wouldn't really be looking at that now. For me, there isn't really strong signals on Ethereum. So I would, as I said, be waiting for it to come to resistance or support before I look for anything there. So Ethereum, for me, I would just be sitting on the sidelines right now. My main focus is Bitcoin, because I do have this fairly big trade coming in for Bitcoin, and I'm looking for this to play out really nicely. As of right now, it's the weekend, it's going to be slow. So that's why this trade hasn't really moved yet at all. So just waiting for tonight, just waiting for Monday morning for that volatility to come in, and then we can reevaluate what's going on with Ethereum. Hopefully that's finally made a move by then, and same with Bitcoin as well. Hopefully we can get that trade to turn out to be a really profitable trade, like our last 6 trades have been. XRP, as I said, that's potentially a good shorting opportunity if we break below, get a retest and then a rejection. If we saw that, then I would expect the value area low at 0.45 to be hit. However, if we hold support here, then I reckon we could come value area high. If we break value area high at 0.5, then we could come up to this cluster of resistance here, which would be a good shorting opportunity. I would potentially enter a short there. Potentially taking that down to value area low. But if we broke above it, use it as support, got a bounce, then I would enter a long, because we could expect the price to go higher as well. So I've got my levels in. I've got my levels in set for next week. And yeah, if I hit those levels, I'm going to act off that. If they break the levels, I'm going to act off that as well. So, that's how I do my TA, especially in a bear market. I like to short resistances. It's the best thing to do within a bear market if you're trading, is to short those resistance levels. That's what I've been doing over the past few months, just shorting the resistances, longing the support. As I said here, we shorted this area here, we shorted this area here, both of those down to the value area low. Those were 2 really nice trades. Recently we longed this one here to value area high. That was a really nice long trade. And even back here as well, we actually shorted this area down to this area here as well. So we made some really nice trades recently, and I'm looking to continue this sort of winning streak that I'm on as well. So as I said, I've got this short position open right now and looking for that to potentially, if we come into the 1 hour, potentially ride this trade all the way down to 20,000 if we can break all of the levels. So we've got this level of support coming in here, which actually comes in confluence with the mid-range of this ascending parallel channel. We know that the mid-range acts as support and resistance. So around 20,870 is that next support level. So if we come down there and we break that, I would expect the POC to be tested at 20,600. If we can break that, then I would expect value area low at 20,270. And then if we broke that, then I would expect 20,000 to be hit. So those would be my take profit points if this short did play out and did come towards the downside. Take slight profits at value area high. If it broke down, take slight profits at POC. If it broke down again, take slight profits at value area low. Then if it broke down again, then I would take the rest of the profit at 20,000, potentially leaving a little bit in the trade to see if we get a break towards the downside. So that is my current thesis on Bitcoin right now. I am bearish. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I've opened up a short position, and I opened up this short position live. Was it Thursday, Friday? I can't remember, but we were live, and I was showing you the levels that I was going to short. We put those short limit orders in together, and as you can see, we've entered this short. And yeah, we'll see if this plays out. Previously, with the previous shorts, I did the exact same thing. I went live. I showed you the levels that I'm shorting or longing. I put those limit orders in. The limit orders were hit. We saw a rejection from the shorts or a bounce off of the long, and those trades played out really nicely. So I'm expecting this trade to play out nicely as well. So yeah, I will keep you up with any updates. So make sure you stay tuned. If you are new to the channel, smash that subscribe button, turn that bell notification on so you never miss any trades that I am bringing to you. And yeah, smash that like button as well. Please smash that like button. I really appreciate it if you would smash that like button. Really helps me out, really helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring the trades that I'm bringing and continue to bring the TA that I'm bringing as well. So thank you very much for watching. If there's any more updates, then of course I will go live today. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later, guys. Thank you.